But something that is a little bit more fun, because we need it, is the NGC Bocas Lit Festival. That's what we're going to be talking about this morning. And to tell us more about it, it's 2017. It's been going on for a few years, which is great. To tell us more about it, Andre Bagoo, writer, poet, and festival participant. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How is it going with the... You're a writer. Well, I know that. Poet, I wasn't too sure about that.
Right.
So you actually write poems as well.
I do. I hope I write poems. I've been writing poems for as long as I can remember, and I'll be launching my third book of poems at this year's...
missed that. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Tell us about Andre Bagoo, the poet, the writer. I know the name would sound familiar to many people, but tell us about you, people who may not know too much about you, and also part of this festival, the Lit Fest.
Well, I mean, Andre Bagoo, the poet and the writer, is Andre Bagoo, the person. There's not much difference. But I'm really excited about this year's edition of the festival. It's the 7th year, and I've seen firsthand how the festival has just expanded and has gone from stride to stride, and it's the Caribbean's largest literary festival. And I know right now property tax is in the news, and we have a lot of social concerns ranging from crime to domestic violence, but literature is very much concerned with these things, because if our idea of the world is something that is theoretical, that is shaped by how we perceive it, then literature plays an integral part in that. And so I'm really pleased to be part of this festival.
Literature actually, they speak our lives. They talk about our lives. They encompass our lives. They tell us what our lives are about sometimes. So yes, it is an integral part of who we are and you know, who we may become as well.
Right now I'm wishing I had written a poem about property tax in my book.
There's still time. Well, that would be for your other book, maybe.
Perhaps, yeah.
We've also got with us Ardene. She is the media marketing coordinator for the Bocas Lit Fest. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, in light of everything going on with the property tax. Maybe, as we talk about, you know, Andre was talking about maybe writing a poem about it. Has anyone for the Lit Fest?
Well, maybe, who knows what we'll find this week, you know, maybe lots of surprises in store. Well, Bocas does have a reputation of addressing current affairs.
Yeah.
Haven't quite got to property tax yet. But certainly this year, for instance, we're doing human rights.
Right.
We have a huge focal point on human rights, so that from Thursday through Sunday, each day, we have a major panel discussion exploring various issues associated with that very broad theme of human rights.
Okay, why choose that theme this year?
I think it's coming off of the various discussions happening in the wider society. I think there's no way to ignore them. For instance, child marriage, the issues affecting certain very specific vulnerable communities. We're focusing on persons with mental illnesses, persons with disabilities, of course, children, the criminal justice system. You know, there's so many things to explore within that theme that recur in our daily lives.
What are some of the themes that you've done in past years? Because Andre was also telling us it's the 7th year. I can't believe it's 7 years already that it's been running. So what are some of the other themes that you have focused on?
The festival has never really had a theme, an overarching theme. So what we do every year, we zero in on different things. And so, for instance, last year we had the celebration of Shakespeare and Cervantes, 400 years of both authors. That was a major, that drove a lot of our programming last year. And so this year we're also recognizing, for instance, C.L.R. James. So we have major tributes that we do to various authors, various icons in our intellectual and cultural landscapes. And so those are the kinds of things we've done. We've recognized Raoul Pantin, various authors.
I remember last year with Shakespeare, Dr. Giselle Rampol was an integral part of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately she's not with us this year. She was actually a close friend of mine, a good friend of mine.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it was a blow to us as well, for sure.
I think to everyone in the community, really, who knew her. Andre, so this year, human rights. So that means that you would have some contributions, apart from the other poems and you know, articles and different things that you've written, focusing specifically on human rights this year.
Yeah, well, one of the events that I'm really looking forward to this year is going to be a panel discussion on LGBT QIA rights. It's going to be talking about how does change happen? How do we move the narrative from a narrative of oppression to a narrative of equality? Another interesting panel discussion I think that's on is going to be on press freedom, which is of course very important.
Yes.
But also there are going to be some really great readings. There are going to be various events that I am going to be part of. Slightly biased in that regard.
Yeah. And I mean, he should mention Poetry Forward, which is
I don't know
happening.
why he's
Poetry
hesitating.
Forward. Yes, I almost forgot that. No. Poetry Forward, which is going to take place on Thursday night at the Kaiso Blues Cafe, Forbley Martins. And that's going to feature Trinidadian poet Vanny Capildeo, Jamaican poet Kai Miller, and then a host of new books are going to be launched from Shivani Ramlochan, Richard Georges, Rosamund King, and myself. And it's going to be great. And I think personally, in terms of what you asked, KB, some of my poetry is definitely involved with or addressing several social concerns, ranging from violence against women to homophobia and to living within the space of the Caribbean. But ultimately, art and literature is not very programmatic, but I don't think activism can hurt a poet or an artist.
Yeah. So give us a rundown of exactly what's going to be happening for the Lit Festival.
That's always the most difficult task, I think, when I do these interviews.
Because there's so much.
There are close to 100 events happening over the next 6 days. Yeah, I don't know how we do it. I know, Andre, I don't know. I don't know how we do it.
Already, no.
You're just thinking about it, right? So actually tomorrow, so yesterday we had one of our major pre-festival events, which was the launch of Energy Without Conscience by David Hughes. Tomorrow we're going to the prisons. We'll be live streaming from the prison.
Wow.
We have a number of persons reading from Baz Dressinger's book, Incarceration Nation. And we have a celebrity cast lineup, including Masha Montano, Kester Fantala, Muhammad Muwakil. They'll all be reading from her work, in addition to a few inmates who have just participated in a poetry competition within the prison system. And so they will be there reading as well. Debbie Jacob is a major part of this. You know, she's been doing fantastic work in the prisons. So we've all got together this year to make it part of the festival. And so we'll be live streaming from the Bocas Lit Fest Facebook page.
And this runs from when till when?
4 to 5 p.m. tomorrow evening.
Okay. And the whole festival?
And so the whole festival, everything, okay. The program is on bocaslitfest.com. You can get the full program there. You can look to our Facebook page for live updates. We've been promoting events for the past couple of weeks. So I would say the highlights, I would just mention a few of the highlights. Thursday, CLR James tribute, that's a major part of it. But yeah, so the full work, they're all on bocaslitfest.com.
Okay, we have to go. Yeah. Thank you, Ardene Sirjoo and Andre Bagoo for letting us know all about it. Remember, you can check everything out on bocaslit.com. You're going to get all the details right there.